Hello everyone, the Destroyer here, and welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King, patch 2.02, version 5.0.1, from the October 2015 Rise of the Pumpking Halloween Tournament. And this is the semifinals, and this is game 2 between MauHuR and S.P.Q.R, of course. If you haven't watched game 1, I would suggest doing that first, but I will inform you now, of course, that S.P.Q.R lost that match to MauHuR. So, they'll have to play a second game here. Whoever is victorious in this game, well, if S.P.Q.R is victorious, they will have to play a game 3. And if MauHuR is victorious, he will advance to the next round, which will be the finals. And S.P.Q.R will have to play a third place match. Whoever wins this will go to the third place round and play a third place game for the tournament. So, we have S.P.Q.R as Mordor. He's also in the same spot as he was last game. And then we have MauHuR as Angmar in the bottom right. Angmar versus Mordor, eh? Definitely a different matchup than the last game, which was elves versus dwarves. So this should be an interesting matchup, hopefully, I would imagine. I can't say who will win this, who has the favorable outcome. I'd say S.P.Q.R did pretty good last match. He almost took down MauHuR. I wouldn't say he almost took him down, but he definitely kept him at bay for a very long time and was winning for most of the beginning of the match. And I thought he was going to win, but it turned around when MauHuR, of course, brought out some heroes. He started getting some momentum in map control. S.P.Q.R has brought out some orcs here, sending them across. He's actually sending them across in whole ground stance, which means they will actually move slower. Possibly might be better to... I guess they engage here regardless. So both teams have whole ground stance on. Let's see which orc is victorious here. Of course the Angmar orcs are stronger than the Mordor orcs though. Unfortunately for Mordor, so... Angmar spam versus Mordor spam. He will actually lose. As you see there, almost a whole battalion still alive. Mordor orcs, which is really crappy. He's going to need something else like orc archers there, which he's getting, because he's desperately going to need them. War chant being thrown down on the orc warriors here from S.P.Q.R, and MauHuR doing the same for his army. And I'll fight it out. Of course, the Angmar troops are still going to be more powerful, but now S.P.Q.R will have archer support, which will make all the difference. As you see there, the archers make a huge difference, in fact. They absolutely slaughter these guys. As long as he keeps orcs out in front, he should be able to use his archers to pick them off effectively. Although, MauHuR has gone for axe throwers, but they will be killed off fairly quickly if they have no support of their own, which they do not currently. He's pulled them back to regroup with his army here, because it would be a complete waste to send them in by themselves. As you see, this lone thrallmaster with a single thrall tanking like a boss, because he's still benefiting from the war chant. Thrall, of course, is much tankier than the actual thrall, or the thrall master itself is tankier than the thrall units, of course. And now MauHuR going for a big push. S.P.Q.R has a lot of orcs here, and he does have 2 battalions of orc archers, which is going to clean their way through MauHuR's army pretty easily. MauHuR sending 2 battalions of Gundabad warriors to the west. Of course, he can't go capture an outpost unless he wants to sacrifice a unit, maybe, to do so. He would benefit from getting the Wildman Thrall unit, if he wished to do so. But Gundabad warriors will not be able to kill this troll, so he'd have to either keep it busy with 1 battalion while he capture it with another, or something like that, or send some Rudar spearmen or something to get rid of it. If he wants to utilize that, but it looks like he's going to push in from the south. And it looks like S.P.Q.R will hold the center here because of his amazing archer support. He's actually put a Easterling, Horadrim Palace fairly far out from his fort. Interesting placement. Possibly to protect this southern ford a little easier. So he's going for Easterlings as well as his unit here. He could also upgrade that and go for Horadrim Lancers, which would be incredible for now, until MauHuR starts bringing out the Mordor Spearmen, of course. But doesn't look like he's going to do that quite yet, or at all. Could also go for Corsairs, or even Haradrim Archers if you wanted to. There is a variety of unit choice from the Haradrim Palace that he could utilize. But of course, Easterling's not going to be too great against Gundabad Orcs. They won't. That's not why he built them. He, of course, built them to counter this cave troll. Unfortunately, he's not targeting down the troll itself. So he's going to try and take down the troll layer, though, first, real quick. So he should be able to get that before. And then, of course, he'll send them after the troll. Ooh, nasty hits. And the battle for the center, it looks like MauHuR has rally call. There goes the rally call for S.P.Q.R. Unfortunately, he didn't get this entire battalion here. And this one coming in a bit too late to benefit from it. Mordor has plenty of orcs here. I think he should be able to hold with the amount of archers he has. Even with the rally call, his Gundabad warriors are not very tanky when faced with arrow fire. So they should die there. Looks like the cave troll actually was victorious, although his home being turned to rubble. So it looks like another battalion of Easterlings should be sent out. S.P.Q.R has thrown up a tower from the south, also upgrading his Haradrim Palace to level 2 and getting Haradrim Lancers. If MauHuR is not ready with some Spearmen, he will feel the pain. So let's hope he does. He hasn't seen any Lancers yet, so he has no reason to build any pikes as of yet. And he's gone for Sorcerers, very cool. MauHuR, of course, likes to utilize Sorcerers on occasion. They, of course, that Fell Strength move is very, very good. Drains enemy units of strength. Targeted enemy units take slight damage. Did he just cast Corpse Rain on himself? I think MauHuR screwed up there. He casted Corpse Rain on his own units, oddly enough. Well, that's not the best thing to do in a tournament game, no, is it? That's gotta be feeling that a little bit. That would have been huge if he cast it on the enemy. I think he was going for the Fell Strength and accidentally misclicked. Which is unfortunate. Because either one would have been great. And now some Haradrim Lancers being sent into the base to harass here. Looks like MauHuR's going for some more Sorcerers. Hopefully he does a little better with this time. That was a pretty big blunder. Although, at least he didn't hit his own army with it, really. He just killed the Sorcerers themselves. He could have cast it down on his own army, which would have been even worse. There you go, he's in the Fell Strength. Raining then and buffing his units, and then now he has some Mordor Spearmen. He should be able to save this, actually. This lone guy trying to get away. He will actually make it. But now, MauHuR has a horde of orcs. A new horde of orcs on his doorstep. Unfortunately, they're benefiting from the evil eye. Eye of Sauron, rather. So they will have that buff. And we have 320, 575 for MauHuR. He's got 4 power points. War Chant, it's called the Rally Call, and Fellwind. 5 power points. He could go for Snowbind if he wanted to, or save it for a 10. S.P.Q.R is at 451 to 725, so economy-wise, he has a higher economy and a higher command point limit, of course. So definitely say S.P.Q.R is doing better in this match. He's doing quite well as Mordor. There goes the Rally Call, or the... It's not Rally Call. Same thing, no. War Chant. The Eye, and of course he's about to get 5 power points himself. There we go. Corpse Rain on the right targets. Nice. Corpse Rain is absolutely devastating. As you see, it absolutely just destroyed that group of orc archers there. If he utilizes it correctly, he could swing things in his favor very easily. This could be what Angmar needs. And of course, he is buffing his units. The Fell Strength does give leadership 33% armor and damage to his units. Any units in the area. Which could make all the difference in the battle here. Although S.P.Q.R is utilizing Haradrim Archers, his tier 2 archer unit. That could make a difference as well. Those are very strong. So S.P.Q.R is already on his late game units, really. He's going for Corsairs of Umbar as well. This Haradrim Palace definitely pulling its weight. He's also upgrading his Troll Cage to level 3, so he's going for attack trolls potentially. Attack trolls will be absolutely devastating against Angmar. We'll have some pikes, but they won't really be enough. So that could make things very, very scary for Angmar. He's actually going for a mountain troll first, though. Not quite going for an attack troll. Corsair is using fire bombs. Actually very effective against spam units. Fortunately, Corpse Rain being called down on S.P.Q.R's army there. He did, fortunately for him, move his Corsair zone bars. They are stunned, but they're still throwing their fire bombs, oddly enough. They do have that red stun animation on them. They're continuing to attack nonetheless. Interesting. Good to know, I guess. He will take this mill there at the cost of these Corsairs. They might get away. If so, only just to the point where it's not really meaningful anymore. S.P.Q.R is not done yet. He's bringing more troops in from the north and from the south, the middle forward here. And there's the mountain troll with rock in hand, ready to chuck at his opponent. Of course, will absolutely do tons of crushing damage to these thralls, killing many as they hit. Trolls, Roger Marchers, and Eastlings. He should have a fairly strong army. He does have... Oh, I thought that was Malthus Arm there for a second. No, that's just that single Roger Lancer that he saved earlier. He decided to run into the enemy lines. And he is also ravaging the lands of MauHuR here with some orcs and some Easterlings. MauHuR utilizing Corpse Rain to try and get rid of some of them. These guys are level 5, so they do regenerate. So he can keep using his moves. Corpse Rain takes a 4 unit cost, so he'll have to wait until he has 4 little Sorcerer Thrall things to actually use that again. S.P.Q.'s army is very large. He has a lot of guys, and he has trolls as well. Trolls and Roger Marchers definitely not going to be nice for MauHuR to deal with. We have a summoned Gundabad orcs, Gundabad warriors, in the back of in the front rather. S.P.Q.'s base here. His base is looking quite beefy. He's also got industry, it looks like. MauHuR going for the summon orcs. 8 power points remaining, of course, and industry, obviously. 1 power point for S.P.Q.R. So that's what they've chosen so far. Looks like most of those orcs will be cleaned up without doing too much damage. Actually, this orc pit will be saved there. So close to going down. That's almost about as close as you can get. He's got laborers and such. And he's going for a siege works. You could potentially see Black Riders or catapults, or upgrades even. The choice is his, really. I should probably stop and attack these Rudar Spearmen with these. I guess he doesn't have to, but they would be able to kill the Rudar Spearmen since they are swordsmen. A direct counter. Nasty Corpse Rain being called down on the army of S.P.Q.R. It's really making things difficult for him to bunch up his army. MauHuR utilizing these very well. Also using the Drain Fell Strength to boost his army and lower his opponents. S.P.Q.R doing a good idea of sending the troll in to kill the sorcerers there. That's actually exactly what he needs to do. Target down those sorcerers to make it so they can't do that again and they won't regenerate. Now MauHuR is going to need more sorcerers if he wants to utilize that tactic again, which he's not building any currently. Sorcerers are very strong. Their corpse rain is very strong, but they're very slow and they take a lot of damage very quickly. You can kill them very easily. So they're the epitome of a glass cannon. Ooh, this Rajam Lancer is going to get a nice run through on these Rudar Axars. Should be able to run through again if he wants to. But he could just sit there and pick them off like he did so. Oh, S.P.Q.R is going for Drummer Trolls. Very cool. And catapults. If you utilize his catapults with the you could utilize the skulls. Firing skulls does cause fear in the enemy ranks. It can be very hard to deal with as the enemy team. Mass catapults with a fear thing is very nasty. S.P.Q.R even has a Mouth of Sauron now. Good choice for a first hero. So he'll be able to ride around and destroy things, and of course he'll get the Doubt move, which reduces the enemy armor and damage and nullifies enemy leadership. which he can cast on enemies once he gets to level 4. But now he'll have to deal with him as well as all these hordes. Is he going to run them through the Rudars? I wouldn't recommend it. It's like he does stop just in time to run right into them. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was about to commend him on his stopping power, but then he ran right into them anyway. Unfortunate. Probably the result of an attack move, I would expect. Since he has forces everywhere, he's probably utilizing that a little bit. It's like level 2 Dark Rangers using their long shot ability, killing quite a few guys there. And it's just getting a nice run through on them. We're being thrown down on this battalion, couple battalions down here. S.P.Q.R just keeping the pressure on, keeping the flood coming. As long as he keeps the pressure up, MauHuR will have trouble. And he does have his first catapult on the way. And there's the drummer troll there, which also has a fear. The roar ability, of course. I think MauHuR's in a lot of trouble. And of course, S.P.Q.R can use his catapult to take down the buildings of MauHuR as well, very effectively. We do have a blight here. Of course, S.P.Q.R does not want to move forward onto that blight or anywhere near those whites. Unfortunately, the whites are coming for him. The army of the dead. The ghetto army of the dead, rather. The poor man's army of the dead. Moving forward to engage. Taking out a battalion of orcs there. Fortunately, these don't last too long. But they will do a lot of damage. If S.P.Q.R is not careful. Of course, he doesn't want to lose his Haradrim archers to these things. These are fairly expensive. He's got 2 mountain trolls out as well as a drummer troll now. And the catapult. He does have to be careful of the catapult, though. Mordor catapult's friendly fire is a thing, very much so indeed. And we have Worm Summon from S.P.Q.R. I almost missed it because I didn't even know it was there. Looks like Snowbind has been thrown down on the Temple of Twilight to save it. The Worm should focus down this level 3 mill, though. Or even this, yeah. Either one, really. Looks like he will manage to get both, though. And MauHuR has conceded. And S.P.Q.R has taken game 2. Interesting. So well played to S.P.Q.R. He absolutely swarmed his opponent with Mordor and was able to take that victory. And of course that means they will have to play a game 3, which is pretty cool. So we'll get to see them face off once again for the final spot. So we'll see who's victorious in game 3. So I'll see you guys next time.